And like you're saying, the depth is it feels so nice to finally have depth on the Kings. And like you said, like Davis is our third shooting guard, and you can plug him in as a starter, and he can. Well, I don't know. I forget what he threw up in that second game, like 19 or something.
I think he had 22.
20. Oh, yeah, even better, right? So it's just like he does that off of a guy who's getting minutes here and there, very spotty minutes, and throws up 22 as a starter. Yeah, it's incredible, really. The depth is great. It seems like Brown really knows his lineups now and matchups wise as well. So he knows when to plug guys in. Okpala's been. We were talking about Okpala last week. He's just been so good off the bench as of late. After not really seeing the floor too much early on in the season. Trey Lyles has just been incredible off the bench.
Trey Lyles is playing like the best bench player right now.
Yeah. Especially with Monk's, Monk's, I don't know. He just hasn't been playing that well as of late, but you would hope to see him get back to the level because he is still a 6 man of the year candidate at this point. But Lyles, I think he's playing like the best guy off the bench right now too. He's just so reliable. He takes good shots. He's always hustling, grabs offensive rebounds. The Kings just really seem to be clicking. 6 games above 500 right now. I'm not trying to really get myself psyched up here, but tonight kicks off the second half of the season, and we're in 4th place. Like, I don't want to jinx anything, but unless there's like a major collapse, we're going to be breaking this playoff drought this year, and it's just getting a little more real, especially with the second half of the season starting. It's getting exciting. I just don't remember what playoff basketball looked like.
You kind of mentioned what Fox had said about the shooting, and talking about Trey Lyles. Mike Brown was like saying something about him. I think he kind of recounted what he had said earlier in the season about when we scouted you. We knew that you just pump and drive. But you got to shoot. You're a good shooter. And he's a good shooter, but Mike Brown now called him a good scorer. You'd been seeing him like have so many good finishes at the rim, and like dunks and stuff. And yeah, I don't know. He contributes so much to both sides of the ball, obviously, but offensively, I honestly would not have imagined that for Trey Lyles. Kind of what we saw from Trey Lyles in his maybe first stint, kind of sticking in the rotation before he got sick and missed a couple of games and maybe kind of fell out of conditioning a little bit. That was kind of what I expected the whole season, but it's just like what we've seen over the last couple of weeks from him is just incredible. He's doing more than just being a team defender, a rebounder, and a 3-point shooter. He's added other elements to it. That's just incredible. And I think all of these things is why Malik Monk not playing well is not such a glaring issue. We talk about how much this guy lifts the second unit, and the second unit's playing very well though without him kind of being that guy. So it just is another testament to the depth of this team, and he's not playing well, and they're able to reach this new ceiling with points per game. It's really it speaks a lot to the personnel on this roster. It's a lot of fun to watch.
It really is, and just imagine what the Kings will be doing when Malik Monk gets back on track, right? And hopefully no one else drops off. But maybe that's just how it goes, someone picks up the slack when someone's slacking, and that's what it seems like Lyles is doing right now, and even Davis and everyone else who's picking up the slack. Well, Monk's, quote unquote, in a minor slump. So this team's deep, and they're definitely showing it.